Hi everyone, and welcome to our video on a law of signs problem application, so a word problem. With any word problem in Trig, the main thing is right here. Just draw big pictures and label, and then from there we usually know how to break it down. So it's either like SOHCAHTOA, or now we have the law of signs, or some other formula that we'll see in the future. All right, so let's see how this gets drawn. So it says the police are attempting to locate the source of an illegal radio broadcast. Their station A is 20 miles west of station B. Okay, so I'm going to get that sketched right now. Okay, so because it says a compass direction, I'm going to draw a big old, so north, east, south, west, so never eat soggy waffles. And it says their station A is 20 miles west of station B. So if I say this is A, then B is over here. So if A is to the west of B, B is to the east of A. Okay, and then even here, once it's drawn, just double check. Does this make sense? Yeah, A is to the west. Good. Okay, and we do have in between is 20 miles. What I like to do is put big old dots there. And then it says station A measures the illegal signal as coming from a direction of north 10 degrees west. So I'm going to do a gray on this so it's not too colorful, but just to make a little difference. So station A measures the illegal signal as coming from the direction of north 10 degrees west. Okay, so remember the compass direction says start on the, whatever this is, start on the north and go 10 degrees toward the west. Okay, so here's the north. 10 degrees to the west is a small angle like that. And then we'll just put a segment, maybe it's about there. So there's 10 degrees right there. And then it says there's station B. Okay, I'm going to do that in this lighter gray. Again, not to make it too colorful. But it says station B measures the signal as coming from the direction of north 65 degrees west. Okay, because it has another compass bearing through B, I'm going to just draw in an axis. So I already have the east and west. Oops. North, east, southwest. There we go. So I'm just drawing another one in so that I can measure this. So north, so start on the north, go 65 degrees toward the west. Okay, so 65 degrees toward the west. And then it should hit the same dot that I did for the first one. But let's at least label. There we go, and there's 65. Okay, so we've got it. We've got our setup. And then with this setup, now let me use some colors. I know that this right here is 90. And then I can, well, at least know this angle then would be 100. Okay, because 90 and 10 is 100. I also know this angle because I have a right angle with the compass, and we can solve, that would be 25 degrees. Okay, so I'm just marking in some of the stuff right away. Last thing, I didn't read the whole thing yet. It said, how far is the source of the illegal radio broadcast from station A? Okay, so here's the broadcast. Okay, I'm going to say C because I already have A and B, so that's where the broadcast is. We'll just keep it angle C. From station A, so that means they want this. So I'm just marking X there. Okay, and then with these problems, so I drew a nice and big one, right? It looks good, I hope. If yours is messy, try drawing it again. Usually they give you lots of space. Look at all this space. Usually they give you lots of space for word problems so that you can draw your picture nice and great. So don't do like something real tiny here. Okay, so that's no good, right? But once you do have the sketch, it might be worthwhile to resketch what's important. We do have, let's highlight it in blue. We've got the main triangle, it looks like, that we should use in this problem with the green angles marked and the side marks, but both sides marked. Okay, so we do have, oop, that's a little off. Let me try it one more time. Okay, that's better. Okay, so and we have, there's angle A, there's angle B, there's angle C. Here's the X that we want. Here's the 100 degrees that we found and the 25 degrees that we found. We also instantly know, Let's do one other color. We also know angle C. Okay, so C, well, let's do plus. So angle C plus the 100 plus the 25 should equal 180. Okay, so it looks like if we solve that, that's a plus. There we go. So if we solve that, C plus 125 is 180. So angle C is 55. So we have that too. Okay, so once you have two angles, you do know the third. And so again, what I've got currently is a triangle that is not a right triangle. So we can use the law of sines to help us. So here's little a. Little c, I didn't mark it, is 20. And then little b is what we want. Okay, so I'm still going to set up the full law of sines. So we have sine of a over little a equals sine of b over little b equals sine of c over little c. And then we'll input what we currently have. We have sine of 100 over a equals sine of 25 over x, that's what we want, little b is x, equals sine of 55 degrees over 20. Okay, so it looks like we should use the middle and the last part of the equation here, so these two. And just to rewrite it, so sine of 25 degrees over x is equal to sine of 55 degrees over 20. And then I would cross multiply. Okay, so that x multiplies across, the 20 multiplies across, and we have 20 sine of 25 degrees equals x sine of 55 degrees. And then let's just divide each side by sine of 55. So we have 20 sine of 25 degrees over sine of 55 degrees is x. Now again, without a calculator, that's where this problem would end for a lot of trig classes. But if we are solving a word problem, they probably do want us to get a decimal approximation. Okay, so we will just plug that in real quick. So 20 sine of 25 divided by sine of 55. Oops. There we are, 10. And we'll round it to one decimal, so 10.3. Okay, so the distance is 10.3 miles. Okay, so that's that. So we got it. If you do have any questions on this, please let me know. I think the hardest part is just drawing that picture. Take your time, draw it big, use colors. That helps. Okay. Otherwise, thanks for watching. And if you do have questions, email me.